Well, we're going to answer the question of this student who said that is married to a wife who is a narcissist.
I'm married to a narcissist, and I don't know what to do anymore. She's never wrong. She's always right. She's a cold person, completely cold. She despises me, humiliates me. She's never content. She says absurd things that not even my worst enemy would say. There came a point where I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know if I should fight for her or give up on her. I also don't know how to deal with this. If I talk to her, I've tried several times to talk to her. She's never wrong. She's always right. I'm a loving person, a person who gives affection, a person who pays attention. I help with everything around the house, and it's never good enough for her. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should call her to talk to her and tell her about this problem she has, that she needs help. She used to go to church, now she doesn't go anymore. She has hatred, anger, resentment, even towards God. She says that she has asked the devil to take her several times. When she's angry, she gets really angry, breaking everything, hitting, swearing. It gets to the point of saying that she doesn't love me, that she can't stand me. And this ends up making me feel really bad. I'm looking for help, but I don't know what to do anymore.
Well, student, let us make something very clear to you here. Let's make something very clear. You are married to the bride of Chucky. She is demon-possessed. And I'm not joking. I'm being serious. For her to be holding a grudge against God and saying to the devil, take me already, she at least is disturbed in her soul, in her spirit. Her problem is not even being a narcissist. I don't even like this term because this term became very popular and people, they say here and there, everybody says that everyone is narcissist. And of course, nowadays people, they tend to take terms from the internet that others use there, and then they start to brand people. They start to brand people in their lives. And they think that because they have that brand, this is how they are, and then you have to go to a psychiatrist, and this becomes something that is acceptable because there is a brand. But what we are dealing with now is a demon, is a spiritual problem. I'm not saying that narcissism does not exist, but that doesn't change the fact that it's a spiritual problem for all that you have spoken there, mentioned there. But let's understand, you are in a relationship that is abusive. There is a truth. The fact is, you are in an abusive relationship. Your wife has an emotional and spiritual problem, and you are, as you said, suffering without knowing what to do. And I notice on the background the noise of children. Maybe you have children, I may be wrong, but maybe you are in another place with children. But if you have children, this situation is even worse. The situation that you're living is even worse. So you're asking what to do. You don't know anymore what to do. Let me give you these two options. There is a slow one and a quick one. The slow one you're already doing. What are you doing? You're waiting for her to wake up. You are waiting for her to understand that this is wrong, that this is not good. You're being a good husband. You're trying to do everything right to see if one day she'll wake up. And you have been trying to pray to your prayers and ask God to help you. Okay, you can wait for things to happen. Some people, finally, after a long time, they are able to see that evil being overcome. And you have to decide what you want. But by what you have said, you tried many things. You try to speak to her, you try to talk to her, and she doesn't want to speak about, and she humiliates you. So I'm going to give you the quick option. What do you have to do? You have to give her a shock. And the best shock that these people can get, they need many times to receive, is to lose. You have to step back from this marriage. I'm not saying that you should divorce, but to step back, you should plan to step back, and you will step away from this abuse that you are suffering, because you have been suffering abuse and you are not obliged to continue being abused. So you're going to step back, you're going to leave from that position of being abused, and you're going to start to show to her who is the one who needs who. Because at the moment, what is it that is happening to our student here, and you who are listening to us, watching us, you have also to understand. Let's put the brands there. Let's use of the brands that not always are useful, but just to help you to see the situation. He has given her the brand, the title of being a narcissist. And what is the brand, the title that fits him? Is the syndrome of a good man. You are suffering of the syndrome of the good man. What is this syndrome? The syndrome of the good man is the kind of man who does everything for the woman. He takes everything that the woman does, and he doesn't expect or does not demand anything. He does everything. He takes everything and doesn't do anything, and he is treading upon eggshells. So you, unfortunately, I say it's a syndrome because a real situation that many men usually, when they love too much, when they want so much their wives, they become these puppets in their hands, and then because of fear, or this may happen from a long time, even before that relationship has started, because of an insecurity that they have inside of them, and they don't have that firmness, that strength to position themselves within that relationship, then they start to wait that because of their goodness, because of their passivity, that they will put their hands in their head, in their conscience, and say, oh, my husband is so good, let me be good to him as well. And usually that's not what happens. It's not like this that works. And when a man is like this, when a man has this syndrome of a good man, and he is having a relationship with a woman who is like the bride of Chucky, the result is what is happening to our student. He is being trampled, he is groaning, he is suffering all kinds of abuse within this relationship. So, student, what is it that you need to do? You have to give a shock of reality on her, to step back, and one day she's going to arrive home and you're not going to be there, and then she'll ask herself, where are you? Where are you? Come back. And you're going to say, no, I'm not going to come back. I'm not going to subject to all the abuses that you have been putting me through every day. You need help, and if you want to seek help, I'm going to seek help with you, but I'm not going to be subject to this abuse that you are imposing onto me. And if you need to involve mother-in-law and family members, relatives, to make her to see that, do that. I'm not saying for you to give up on her, fight for her, but in order for you to have a quicker reaction from her, she needs to lose, because she's doing all that she's doing, because unfortunately, people who are like this, they train other people around them to walk on eggshells around them. So those who are around her in fear, they do everything that they want, and by doing this, they're feeding the monster that is inside of the other person. And this has to change. She has to lose, and the best chance that you have for her to wake up and understand that she needs help is doing this. I'm not saying that this is going to be immediate and guaranteed. Of course, she's going to be upset. She's going to be angry with you, most probably, and there'll be a battle that you're going to have in your hands, but you have more chance to win by stepping back from this relationship temporarily until she will understand that in order for her to have her family back, her marriage back, she needs to seek help. You have to be with her at all times to seek this help with her. And you can even go to the love therapy. Even though she may not go, you may go alone, for you to fight and receive resources from above, from God. I'm telling you that this problem is spiritual, and you're fighting against a spiritual problem. You cannot fight against a spiritual problem with your own strength. You need to seek spiritual strength, and then you're going to be able to overcome this challenge.
If today's video helped you and you know someone that could benefit from it, share it with them, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you may do so now. See you later.